Brett Dawson here at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, where the Thunder wins a road game, 122-104 against the Brooklyn Nets. That ends the Thunder's 7-game road losing streak, and did it in pretty spectacular fashion with another pretty spectacular game from Russell Westbrook. 25 points, 12 rebounds, 19 assists, distributed the ball, really did that in the fourth quarter when he had 6 assists, got some other people involved as the Thunder kind of pulled away both with its defense and with some really good balanced scoring. 5 other guys in double figures tonight, and just kind of a strange night at the Barclays Center. Big snowstorm here. I barely made it, arrived just in time for tip-off. The Thunder didn't really have a whole lot of distractions. There was some inconvenience going back and forth, but it wasn't a huge distraction. But when they got here, big crowd. I think a lot of people maybe didn't expect that to happen, but a full house, almost full house at least, and a lot of people cheering for Russell Westbrook. People roared when he was introduced, when he scored on every assist and rebound, particularly when he got his 10th rebound to secure the triple-double. Fans here were kind of going crazy for him. He was kind of taken aback by that. Really said that he had never seen anything quite like it on the road, and it very much surprised him. But Westbrook was really good most of the game, especially late. Good at distributing, really got other guys involved, and he made a point today, Westbrook did, a couple of his teammates said, of going to guys in a meeting and saying, that it had been 7 straight road losses. He wanted them to be aware of it. He wanted them to know that in no uncertain terms, tonight was a night they needed to win. Brooklyn came in with 12 wins, 8 of those at home, the worst home team in the NBA. So it was a game that the Thunder really, the road losing streak needed to end. Go to Toronto now, and it's not going to be an easy place to win. So really needed to get that win today. That was essential to do. The Thunder gets that very important win, and they do it with really one of their better team efforts. It took that against a team that, in the Nets, it isn't a particularly dominant team, a pretty bad team, and particularly a pretty bad defensive team. What the Thunder was able to do, though, really lock down defensively in the second half. Brooklyn had 32 points in the paint in the first half, only 8 in the second. The shooting percentage was way down from about 57% in the first half to 32 in the second. So what the Thunder got is exactly what it needed. It got really good defense. It got a special performance out of Westbrook. It got a whole lot of help for him offensively, and it got a road win. And that's something that this team really needed to do. I have a flight to Toronto real soon, so I'm going to try to get some sleep, but while I go do that, here are some post-game videos from Billy Donovan, Russell Westbrook, and Steven Adams.
Russell, you hear road crowds who cheer you everywhere sometimes, but have you ever heard quite like that tonight?
Nope, I didn't. Caught me off guard, but it's just for me, it's just a blessing to be able to hear that, especially on the road, and fans that appreciate the game and appreciate me as a player, and our team is it's very, very humbling. So.
Did you hear it when you got the 10th rebound? Did you hear the roar?
Yeah, it was loud. I thought something happened. I was really, wondering why they was screaming so loud. I thought that maybe they was, giving something out of the crowd or something. But
a few weeks ago, you mentioned how when you were younger, you used to get booed in a lot of arenas. Did you think you'd ever kind of get to a point where you're getting cheered?
I never thought about it. I just continued to play my game and continue to come back better each and every year and find ways to, show people, who I am as a player, as a person as well.
They were actually yelling out your stats. I know you don't worry about them, but did you hear them saying you need 2 rebounds, you need 2 rebounds?
Yeah, but, I hear a lot of things.
Did you hear the music pregame?
Yeah, I heard that too. They played my song.
Russell, Taj said that he played a big part in him getting acclimated after the trade here. Can you talk about you guys' friendship before? And he's mentioned that you two played together. Or
definitely. Just been LA. Obviously Taj not from there, but been at SC. And been around in LA and hanging out and working out and different things of that nature. And then once he got here, my job was to make it easy for him and make it. The acclimation were very, very easy and the transition easy for him, and that's what I try to do.
How has he made the game any easier for you?
Oh, definitely. His voice, his ability to know what's going on at all times is always key for me, especially with the point guard position. He does a great job with that.
What went right to get the road win?
We played a better second half. I thought we did a good job defensively of locking down and getting stops.
First, a couple of these guys said you pointed out today that it was 7 straight losses.
I did, man. As a team, if you want to win the championship, you got to win on the road, regardless of who you play, where you play at, regardless of the situation, the weather, whatever it is, you have to win on the road. And I made it very, very clear this morning that that was key for us. We haven't won on the road, and today was one of those games.
What does it take to be game ready day after day and year after year under the physical and mental point of view?
It's a blessing for one. I'm very, very thankful to be able to, wake up and be able to have the ability to play the game I love. And number two, just rest. And for me, I like to rest as much as possible so I can go out and compete at a high level.
You have some game left this season. What do you feel the team need to improve to be ready for the playoffs?
Just continue to move in the right direction defensively. I think we'll be all right.
Can you share your thoughts on what about your style of play, like consistently allows you getting the best guards and getting to the foul line?
I just go out and compete, honestly. Just go out and play. Try to do what's best for my team.
Do you change your diet at all in terms of you're concerned? You're regarded as one of the best players because of your motor. Did you change your diet?
I did. This summer I did. I did just cut down a lot of other things that I usually eat to be able to prepare myself for this season and prepare myself moving forward. As I get older, I gotta change a few things, and I definitely did that.
On your 10th rebound, like Tash could have grabbed that. Are your guys usually aware of?
No, I mean,
Did you call them off or anything like
it
that?
doesn't matter. At 12.
Anybody else?
What do you think tonight? How things go?
It's good. Got to win. So.
Steve, did you notice the crowd with the MVP chants and the cheering for Russ when he got the 10th rebound? Is that something you noticed when you're on the floor?
It's hard not to, mate. It was like half the stadium was fans of his, which is weird, but yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool that he got a lot of support everywhere. He's doing amazing things. So he's getting the recognition that he deserves.
What's the process been like for you these last few games, getting used to playing next to Taj more now that he's starting?
Not that hard, mate. It's just all in the system, mate. Yeah, the hardest thing is just offensively, like just catching him up to place. But it's not anything to say that it's like difficult or hard. It's more so just like that's like the process. It's like one of those things. And he's a very smart vet, and he's real easy to get up to date with. You know what I mean?
Coach mentioned how much work you have to do defensively because of all the moving around you have to do. Does having him next to you sort of ease that burden a little bit just because of the way he moves and talks?
Yes, he does an amazing job at talking. He's been in the league, boy, so like that's half of it. Half of the defense he does a really good job communicating, allows us to kind of be ahead of the game, ahead of the offense. So yeah, just because that it's easier, mate.
During that 4-game losing streak, you spoke about how you felt you were playing poorly defensively. Over the last 3 games, do you feel like you're playing a whole lot better on the defensive end than you were during that streak?
No, not really. Not really. It's still one of those things, man. Where it's just I guess, being aware of what play they're going on. It's getting more detailed like that, but it's a little bit better. But I understand it's a little less, bad.
Steven, how aware were you guys that it had been 7 straight road losses?
How aware? Was this morning where Russell told us. I couldn't believe it, mate. I didn't know it was him. Yeah, told us this morning. So, I mean, yeah, you can't say like maybe a fight or something, maybe it didn't, but like it's just one of those things where we really needed to come out and just finish up because it's even though it's like a team with a record like Brooklyn, it's very hard to win on the road, regardless of who the team is. It's just one of those difficult things, man. So, just like that, all the boys stuck it to me, you know.
For that team, for this team, what does that do?
Yeah, I don't know if there were guys looking at it that way necessarily. I think it's all been about coming out of losing 4 games in a row and trying to solve just areas that we needed to improve on and just continue trying to get better every day. And whether it's home or on the road, you're not really necessarily evaluating that way as much as you're trying to evaluate it as what you have to do to get better. Now, no question, in order to be a good team, I think you got to be able to win on the road. So to your point of losing 7 straight on the road, you got to be able to win on the road. So, but I think before you talk about winning on the road, you have to do the things to put yourself in a position to win.
How'd you guys do with the position as a game went? It seems like the defense got better.
Yeah, I mean, the first half, I thought they drove us downhill. I thought we got stretched out. They shot the ball very well from behind the line. And we just, all the way around, I thought we were just okay. We had I think a 9 or 10 point lead there. It disappeared pretty quickly. About 2.5 to go. We're up 5. They took the lead and went in halftime. I thought our defense was much better in the second half because it's the multiple efforts you have to have against them, because once you go out in action, they're always just trying to take you off the dribble, and they've got a lot of guards that can do that. And then you got a 5-man, and Lopez is playing behind the 3-point line the whole game, and they post him periodically, but they're playing downhill, and you get caught into a lot of isolation one-on-one situations, and they're a hard team to guard. So the battle for us was, can we stay big? And we're going to try to stay big, and I thought some of our big lineup helped us in the first half, scoring around the basket.